Hello. So I've been having this argument with a non-stamp collector on Twitter, and it just got a little long and convoluted. So I just wanted to illustrate my point more clearly in one section. So this is how it goes. So it starts with this girl, Linda Sarsour, saying, "If you're gonna show me what Islam says about homosexuality, be fair and show me what the Bible and the Torah say. Stop obsession with Islam." And non-stamp collector says, "Yep, religions do like to vilify gays in their texts. Now let's obsess about the religion that now still throws them off buildings." So the point that I think he's making is Islam spreads and promotes homophobia. So to support so, arguments that he made to support this argument, that the point being that Islam spreads and promotes homophobia, the supporting arguments would be that he said Quran contains somewhat more exhortations to commit martyrdom. Um, Another one, too, when Muslims themselves tell us they are doing these things because of doctrines of Islam, should we correct them? And three, I said I've never been thrown off a building for being gay, and he said, three, got it. I've never been thrown off a building for being gay. Therefore, Islam isn't a culpable motivation, or isn't culpable as a motivation for people having done that. So, for these three statements to be true, one, Quran contains somewhat more exhortations to commit martyrdom. You have to believe, one, Islam promotes martyrdom. Two, when Muslims themselves tell us they are doing these things because of doctrines of Islam, should we correct them? You have to believe, two, Islam promotes homophobia. And three, got it, I've never been thrown off a building for being gay, therefore Islam isn't culpable as a motivation for people having done that. Three, you have to believe Islam is a motivation for homophobia. So, Islam is a motivation for homophobia, therefore homophobia is motivated by Islam. Which doesn't mean homophobia is only motivated by Islam, but you are definitely saying, or he is definitely saying, homophobia is motivated by Islam. So the flaw in the argument is that I'm saying that homophobia doesn't come from Islam. So there's this article that I'm gonna quote to illustrate like where I'm coming from. So it's an article by Karen Franklin, and it's called "Inside the Mind of People Who Hate Gays," where she tries to figure out the self-described motivations for their assaults. She says individuals who deviate from sexual norms are viewed as a learned form of social control of deviance. Through heterosexism, any male who refuses to accept the dominant culture's assignment of appropriate masculine behavior is labeled early on as a sissy or fag and then subjected to bullying. Similarly, any woman who opposes male dominance and control can be labeled lesbian and then attacked. So, what I'm trying to show by this is that homophobia is motivated by an enforcement of gender norms, which directly contradicts that homophobia is motivated by Islam. However, that does not make these statements false. People can okay. What I'm saying is that even though homophobia is an enforcement of gender norms, homophobia is motivated by an enforcement of gender norms. Homophobia is not motivated by Islam. Therefore, one, people can use Islam to promote homophobia. Two, still true, people can use Islam to expel homophobia. One, a Muslim can believe the Quran to promote homophobia, and two, a Muslim can believe the Quran to promote equality. And these statements are all true, whether or not you believe Islam, or I'm sorry, homophobia is promoted by an enforcement of gender norms, by a extremist enforcement of gender norms. That doesn't make these things culpable of Islam specifically. You can tell this is true more so because homophobia is not only affected by Islam, it's also affected by other religions, and it is not only affected by countries that are Islamic majority. There is also other religious majorities that also have homophobic views, even violent tendencies, and even ones that don't have cultural violent tendencies towards homosexuals. It can still, people still have these views, so it's not fair to put it all on Islam, and it's not fair to because you can't just look at an Islamic person and go, oh, you're a homophobe, or oh, you probably believe in homophobia. Like, it's just not fair. People don't believe in that, and not everybody goes and reads the Quran and goes, oh, this is what I need to go hate gays now. Like, it's not fair. Be fair. All that. Thank you. See ya.